Righty-ho. Now, I don't believe in staging anything. But I had planned to do this a few days ago. But who knows, maybe I got the COVID last night. Went to bed. A lovely bed. Up here. Now this is important, this lay-by. Because this time of year ago, my God, we had such rice pudding. So sweet things. I should really find out what the actual sugar content is of this stuff. Marmalade. Now we'll come to this in a moment. Mushy peas, garden peas. Custard. Corned beef. Oh, Jesus Christ. Classic barbecue Heinz. Right, full of sugar. Okay, now, you kind of should do everything in life once, perhaps. Right, yes. 2 days ago, I started to weave together a few little last things into cracker toppers, into a few last points. And then we've got a burger. Definitely got a bug. Guess what? Well, if you look at the Brett and Heather Weinstein, Heather and Brett Weinstein, material, I mean, this is tragic, what's it? If you look at the Heather and Brett Weinstein material, tests, now they're trained scientists. Forget your tests. And I keep isolated. Right, we're not going to go on about that. But oh, there it is. Yes, of course. Okay, so connected with this lay-by here. I have a website about riding with kids, and this was our gathering place a year ago with a couple of mothers. And on that website, it's all crystal clear. Okay? Your lifestyle affects your immune system. Now, peachy syrup is astonishing. Actually, there's more than I thought there would be. Sugar. So, a few days ago, I mean, it's laughable. It's simply laughable. A few days ago, I had to go for a appointment. Now, everything gets so complicated. Listen to, what's it called, You and Yours a few days ago. About how people on one kind of employment support allowance, disability allowance, can't get something or other, and da-de-da-de-da. Oh, I thought there was one of them. Right. Good. Now, there was this, oh yes, because they're on the old system, they're not in the universal credit computer. So the bottom line is this, is that all that matters for the people in the bottom third is what used to be called, well, you've got your basic unemployment allowance, of course, and then you've got, if you're unemployed, or in my case, self-employed, was working, a couple of years ago. Oh, it's a horsey person. Hello. I'm harmless. He's bigger than me anyway.
But he's only 4 years old.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a right baby. So.
What do you? I spent last winter with a load of local girls, and do you know Margaret down the road?
Yeah.
This was our cantering track. Oh, I founded an illegal girls riding club. Really? All last winter. It was wonderful.
These woods are fantastic.
This track though, we had girls cantering up and down here who hadn't cantered before. Bye. Right, where was I? She looked rich. Yes, I wouldn't have my life any other way. So what was I saying? Yes. So, bit of cheese. 2 years. I hadn't had an appointment for the what used to be called tax credit, which is your top up if you're in the bottom third and are not making a brilliant amount of money. And so I go for my appointment. The first one of two. I'm told I'm no longer gainfully employed. Well, I didn't even give it a second thought. A second thought for a moment. It's just laughable. And what they said was that I'd been contacted in 2020 to be told this. No, and I might look like a feral, lost, chaotic person, but I'm the exact opposite. I have extremely good records. The one phone call that was booked with the Department of Work and Pensions in summer 2020. No mention of, in fact the chap was, this was total peak lockdown. The chap was just very, you doing okay, you're okay in the system, yeah, fine. And I have it recorded. Just laughable. So, not that it actually means anything. I mean, it's just about this thing called minimum income floor, which I'm an expert on. I do citizens' advice for people in the area, the bottom third, who really can't cope at all with the rules, etc. And so there I was. So I decided to turn the conversation. No, actually, the chap asked, oh, do you want to go to the food bank? Great. This is a way of getting the conversation onto something else. Yes. Okay, fine, blah, blah, blah. So for the first time in my life, I've been to a food bank. And it's just laughable. Going back to the riding club. Now I have a page on there. Lifestyle. Nobody can talk about the. I mean, this. So this is the. I had it on Friday, and it seems that there's a price to pay for everything. I mean, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It seems that going to the job centre may well. You see, waffle. under normal circumstances, I wouldn't have given getting a temperature and a bug and an upset stomach, and there's nothing wrong with my food. It's all, it's not about that. It's not about anything like that. No, I got a flu-y kind of symptom thing coming in yesterday morning, yeah. And then all of a sudden, I wouldn't give it a second thought. Or the night before. It was the night before, Friday night, Sunday morning now. But keep to the point. So, I was told, this is a week's allowance of food. Now, from the food bank. And the lady was lovely. She even delivered it to me. I was parked in the Sainsbury's car park. It's free for 2 hours. She came and delivered it to me later on. But you know, just look at this. Half of it. Yep, half of it. And I haven't got the most important bag out yet. Half of it is really sugary products. Now, lots of sugary products. They certainly, I mean, we're talking refined sugar now. They certainly don't do your system any good. And it may well be. I mean, it is just simply astonishing the amount of sugar in that. Now, if that's what a normal person eats, you know, it's scary. It is really scary. Now, you cannot talk about a pathogen and remove it from the mental environment, the mental ecosystem that everybody except for me, and is there anybody else? I don't know, lives within. And the lifestyle ecosystem, you just simply can't talk about it because your system is there, is designed over thousands and thousands of years to cope with pathogens. But refined sugar, without a doubt, has a major effect. I mean, the things that have never been spoken about, even by Brett and Heather, everybody I've met for 3 or 4 years and spoken with at some length, they all report, nearly all, the majority, round here. I live in the middle of nowhere. It's lovely. The majority you meet round here speak of terrible sleep problems. Nobody speaks of all of this. The sugar, the refined sugar in everything, unless you're terribly careful. And then they really don't speak of the other thing, which is impossible to even research by definition. A few people I got to know in 2020 had come to the area from elsewhere. Great people you've got no problem with, enjoyable, but you hear from them that in the cities over there, over 50, probably half the men are indulging in grey market super strength. Really, I saw some of it. A fella came down who I know. He's known to somebody I know. Is a good, liked person in his local community in a city, an arts, a city with great arts reputation. His van is full of grey market super strength Viagra, and he tells me that it flies out the back of his van. Grey market in that it's made somewhere in Europe and comes through. I don't know what the rules are, but half the people over 50 are guzzling some kind of recreational or semi, medical prescription product. And all of these things have a major effect on your system. The system, which is designed by hundreds of thousands of years of nature to be symbiotic with pathogens that are around, so as to, it doesn't do it actively, but the way it works out over time is if a pathogen's useful to your system, your system evolution means that it doesn't kill off that pathogen entirely. It may well, you may host it because it has some benefit, like gut bacteria, of course. thousands, hundreds of thousands of different kinds of gut bacteria are the perfect example. But anyway, here we go. Here it is. It's actually worse than I thought it was going to be. I've avoided the deboxing until now. We did have some amusing conversations. So do you want things that can live in a fridge? Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm not in good form today, but I'll be perfectly all right in a few hours.